Well, hello everyone. Welcome back to my channel and thank you for joining me for your October 2022 Twin Flame Soul Connection forecast. So keep in mind, if you're on the Twin Flame journey and you know it, this reading could very well be for you. But also it is a general reading, so it is not going to resonate with everyone watching. If this is your story, please comment below. And if not, you can always check my channel for other messages you need to hear. Just remember to reverse roles however they are appropriate to your story and never force the reading to fit. But as always, please remember to like this video, subscribe to my channel, and tap the notification bell so you can catch future readings. So first of all, to my lovely subscribers and those of you who support the channel, thank you so much for that support, for all of your love and your kind words, your comments, donations, private readings. Thank you so very much. Those of you who have wished me a happy birthday this past weekend, it is so appreciated. And if you're new to the channel, please be sure to check the description box below where you can find all of my links, details, and things you need to connect with me outside of YouTube. That includes social media links, my website, payment app links for those of you wanting to book personal readings with me. And as far as your extended version of this reading, for those of you in the Spicy Subscriber Society, there will be an additional message at the end. So if you like your readings a little saucy and you want to see what the Manara Erotic Tarot has to offer, then I urge you to become a member, as we like to have lots of fun and get down and dirty over there. So let's get into the forecast. And again, guys, thank you so much for your love and support. Thank you for your patience with me. Obviously, I know it's 5 days into October, and usually I have these readings out right away, but I had kind of a long and hectic weekend, which I'm so grateful for because I ended up getting a benefit from the craziness of Mercury retrograde, and my Nana's flight got delayed and she ended up spending a couple more days with me and my kids, which was really fantastic, and we had so much fun. And obviously I was not going to record or do anything while she was here because I was wanting to soak up all the time I could with her as possible. But like I said, thanks for your patience. This reading is for the energy of October. So for some of you, these things may have already happened since we're 5 days in. But again, it is just energy, and energy is fluid, just like time, just like gender. And as we go into the reading, like I said, this is for the twin flamesy poos out there. So remember that if you're on the twin flame journey, this is not about the physical validation of being with your meat suit in the physical world, right? You know, that part of things is just the cherry on top of the journey. And the twin flame journey is really essentially just the true spiritual journey, right? It is your spiritual awakening. It is your journey through this life as a soul on this earth. It is your ability to come to a place of neutrality and peace within yourself, not needing or seeking external validation from a place of attachment, okay? This journey is about you, your growth, and remembering that you are whole and complete with or without anyone else standing by your side, okay? So for those of you who are watching this reading because you are in physical separation with your person, remember, y'all, separation is an illusion, okay? You cannot be separate from that which you are. And if you are on the twin flame journey, then you already know that you are your twin flame and your twin flame is you, okay? So let's get into it. Let's just start the reading. Some of you may resonate with the divine masculine message here, and some of you may resonate with the feminine message, and that is totally okay because the roles tend to flippy floppy many, many times, okay? So let's get right into it. I'm going to start with the Halloween Oracle. First of all, before I even shuffle, I just want to make note of the fact that the cardinal is on the bottom of the deck. For those of you who know me, this cardinal represents help from the other side, right? Your spirit team, your angels, your ancestors, your spirit animals watching over you. And the key word here is night song, hidden talents. So I do feel in general for all twins out there, whether you're divine masculine, divine feminine, Spirit is urging twins to awaken and to follow their passion, right? Follow what it is that makes them sing, right? Metaphorically. And hidden talents and passions and things like that tend to rise to the surface the more you awaken spiritually. So for those of you who resonate with that message, like I said, comment below. Anytime I see a cardinal, I always think of my deceased godfather, who I know is watching over me, my uncle Carlos. So yeah, I'm sure y'all out there have animals and spirit signs and things like that about passed on loved ones. And as y'all know, Halloween is approaching, and it is said that the veil is thin around this time of year. Plus, we are out of Mercury retrograde, you guys, and 2 other planets are coming out of retrograde. I forget which ones. Like I said, y'all, it's been kind of a hectic weekend. But we are also approaching Mars retrograde. And what I've seen and what I've read is it's going to be kind of tough for mutable signs like Gemini and who else? Virgo, Sagittarius, and Pisces, I believe. So yeah, just kind of keep that in mind. Remember that retrograde season is a time of reflection and review. And also kind of brace yourselves, because eclipse season is officially here as well. So just remember that for the next 6 months, fated events are going to be taking place. So just brace yourselves, y'all. Go with the flow. And remember that these transits are not happening at you. They're happening for you, okay? So even if you reach some snags, even if you reach some delays, try to find the silver lining within those delays and know that everything is being divinely guided on your path. So let's get to shuffling. Hopefully this is a good reading. Like I said, I've been kind of excited to do this reading. And I have finally gotten the chance to do so. So yeah, let's get one more good shuffle and ask Spirit and angels, guides to give us the messages that we need to see for the collective. So what do we have for divine masculine for the month of October? Oof, yikes. So we have ghost, which is regret, okay? Obviously, same as I said before, retrograde is a time of review and reflection. So I shouldn't say mistakes, because, you know, everyone makes mistakes. And even when you make the wrong choice, like I said, it's all a part of your journey. No, there is never any wrong choice. Every decision you make leads you to where you're supposed to be at all given times. But during retrograde, it is common for these sort of feelings to arise, regrets and things coming up to the surface. And the fact that it is ghost, it's haunting, okay? So the divine masculines are being haunted by their regrets right now. And, you know, as you can see, this ghost is just kind of standing here chillaxing, all these windows behind her, which is saying that things are really being illuminated for the divine masculines at this time. So again, if you're in physical separation from your divine masculine, they're being haunted by their regret, okay? Things maybe that they've said in the past, ways that they have treated you or not treated you, okay? And again, everyone's situation is different, but these things are being called to the forefront for a reason. They need to be analyzed. They need to be brought to the surface and finally, again, illuminated to the divine masculines so that they can make necessary changes within the connection. Okay, what do we have for divine feminine for the month of October, please? So we have 2. Makes me think of Jingle All the Way. He's got 2. If you've never seen that movie, you'll need to. So yeah, for the feminine, we have zombie and the witch. So the zombie is about control, apparently, but what I'm seeing here in this reading is the moon, right? Talking about things being illuminated, secrets coming to the surface, things being revealed. And I do feel as well that the feminines are very much in control of their journey at this time. Why am I hearing Jesus take the wheel? So, again, a lot of feminines have been taking control. And by doing that, it is in a sense, giving it up to God, right? Giving it up to the universe, allowing Jesus to take the wheel metaphorically and lead you to where you need to go, right? We talk about divine timing, everything happening for a reason, yada, yada. And it's ironic because as the feminine lets go of control, she actually is more in control. So it's kind of like a double-edged meaning there. But the witch says, the earthly weaver of the worlds. So there's a witchy-woo vibe happening for the feminines, taking control, creating a new earthly world for themselves, right? Creating and manifesting the things that they're wanting to call into their lives. So taking control of their life, manifesting, and I think it's funny that the zombie obviously is coming out of the grave, very symbolic. It could be insinuating that part of the control that the feminine has is, again, over herself, over what she's doing and manifesting, but there's a bit of control that she has over the masculine right now, okay? Not in a controlling way, but because the feminine is following her passions, because she is creating this new world for herself, it's almost as if the masculine can't help but coming back to life, okay? So let's get a general energy for the twins on the bottom of the deck. The underworld, oh my goodness, where all things pause and begin again. So we're talking about death and rebirth. This pomegranate making me think of Hades and Persephone and the promises that were made, right? And, obviously that story is a little bit, dark, and in a way Persephone was sort of a prisoner in the underworld, but that could also be speaking to some of you feminines out there and how maybe you have felt, and some of you divine masculines feeling like a prisoner in your own world for whatever reason that might be. And again, spirit is coming in with this death and rebirth energy to show the twins that it's never too late to start again. Okay, it's never too late to resurrect and start over. Okay, where all things pause and begin again. So when I think of a pause, I think of the separation period. For however long you've been separated from your person, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter how much time goes by, because the contract is still in play. It never was not in play, okay? It was just a pause. So very interesting messages coming out to start with. And underneath that, we have the jack-o'-lantern, which is all about protection. So like I said earlier, these connections are being divinely guided and protected. So yeah, those regrets and things that are coming up for divine masculine and divine feminine, perhaps some of you feminines out there thinking about the past, in this retrograde phase, spirit is reminding you that everything happens for a reason. And even the, like I said, wrong choices that you've made doesn't mean that things are over, okay? And now I'm thinking about the Notebook. It was never over. Okay, so the other card here we have is trick or treat, mischief and play. So there's an energy happening between the twins right now that is playful. Okay, it's flirty, it's mischievous. For some of you, you may have some Halloween plans, or hoping to have some Halloween plans with your twin flame. And yeah, I think spirit is telling you, like, not to fear, not to let those ghosts from the past haunt you here and in the now. Okay, yes, it's okay to revisit the past and have difficult conversations about the way things went, but the whole point is to not relive that past. It's to grow from it and learn how to, again, find the silver lining, find a way to move on and have fun and play, and again, have that mischievous energy between you and your person, right? And then, yeah, look at that. Confirming again what I said, we have the death energy. The eternal cycle begins here. So death isn't really about death, right? It's about rebirth. It's about transformation. So very, very interesting messages. I'm going to shuffle one more time because I do love this deck, and I want to see if there's anything else Spirit wants us to know in general about the twin flame journey in the month of October. Oh boy. Okay, so we have if I can pick it up off the floor. Here we go. We have hearth, happiness in our hearts and homes. And isn't that the goal? I mean, isn't that the goal? Happiness in our hearts and our homes. It's finding peace, finding harmony, coming to a place of being able to celebrate together. You know, the hearth card reminds me a lot of the 10 of Cups. Okay, it's fulfillment, having a full heart. So yeah, very, very interesting messages. And one more, the last one, I promise. But it's the Skull of Flowers, which is the title card of the deck. Keywords are creating through the ashes. So Spirit is being very, very consistent with the message here, creating something new from what has burned down from the past. It's not over, and it never was over. So if y'all have been on a pause for whatever reason, Spirit's saying that it is for your protection and your person's protection. And everything is being aligned just perfectly, so that you guys can rebuild and have this 10 of Cups, this reunion, this happiness and fullness in your hearts, okay? So yeah, for some of you, you might also, I know I said I was going to stop pulling cards, but for some of you, you might also have a spirit animal. A black cat is a symbol of good luck and fortune. It says fortune meets opportunity, and we're talking about fated events happening in eclipse season. So like I said, y'all, brace yourself. So let's move into the Halloween tarot. I'm going to pull actually, yes, I'm going to pull the Halloween tarot first for the divine feminines and see what's going on within their thoughts, their heart space, and so on and so forth. Okay, so the Halloween tarot, cutie little deck, I love this. I don't know if you guys know about Galactic Elevation, but I listened to him. His name is Cody, and he just cut the borders off of his Halloween tarot, and I kind of want to do it too because it looks so nice. And if you haven't already followed Galactic Elevation, you should definitely follow. He does some great readings. He's so freaking funny, and he will definitely have you laughing your socks off. But he is very, very truthful, blunt, honest. So if you like your readings sugar-coated, then he might not be for you. So if you want the honest, cold, hard truth, go follow my friend, okay? So the first card out for the divine feminines is the Star in the thoughts, right? In the headspace. So feminine is very focused on healing and renewal. This is about a wish and divine timing. Okay, so Spirit is saying divine feminine is very focused on healing this connection, hopeful for the future, and knowing that everything that they've had to endure throughout the separation has been for a divine purpose. Okay, so let's talk about the heart space for the feminine and see what is going on. Oh my goodness, I'm dropping cards everywhere. Okay, so the card that was on the floor is the Queen of Ghosts, aka Cups. So divine feminine energy coming through in the heart space. This is telling me divine feminine is open to receiving love, right? Not just giving love, but receiving love. The Queen of Cups is an unconditional lover. She has no requirements or stipulations other than someone to match her energy. Okay, the Queen of Cups is also an empath, someone very intuitive, someone who is sweet and kind and nurturing and just in general like giving. Okay, so divine feminine is opening her heart to give again. And you know, this could be for some of you, if you're not ready to open your heart, this could be some of you really focusing on self-love right now, right? Opening your heart to experiencing happiness in general in life. It doesn't necessarily have to be about your twin flame, but like I said, this is the heart space. So let's clarify, how does the divine feminine feel towards the masculine at this time? So we have Judgment in the reverse. So feminine's no longer judging the masculine's journey. And you know, again, this could be simply saying the feminine is no longer dependent on some sort of a reconnection or a rebirth, okay? Because the Judgment card in the upright can be a resurrection of a connection, someone coming back around from the past, or spirit tooting that horn right up your ass and showing you just exactly where you went off the path. So I do feel as if the feminine could also be feeling that the masculine still needs to face Judgment Day, or has been avoiding Judgment Day in a sense. But I think, like I said, we all know what that is about. It's about the ghost from the past coming up to haunt the masculine. So let's talk about how the feminine is viewing the masculine at this time. What is the feminine's perspective of the masculine? The moon. And I love how we have the moon kind of creeping in at the top of this card here. So yeah, and look, the moon is represented by a werewolf, okay? And obviously werewolves, the concept of a werewolf is not being able to control when they turn. So the full moon can, I mean, from every movie I've ever seen and show I've ever seen, it seems like quite the painful experience. And of course, I'm thinking about Vampire Diaries. But yeah, you know, obviously the feminine sees the masculine having those things coming to the surface. They see the masculine dealing with their emotions that they've been hiding, possibly having to face their shadow self. Okay, any secrets that they've been keeping are coming to the surface and being exposed in retrograde season. And the moon, again, is someone who is like hiding their feelings. This could also be someone really getting in touch with their intuition. So the feminine perceives the masculine struggling with connecting to their divine feminine energy. Okay, let's talk about the feminine's actions moving forward. Towards the masculine, we have the Knight of Pumpkins. So taking their time, right? Slowly investing, but we know the Knight of Pumpkins, aka Pentacles, is a very slow mover, but for the right reasons, okay? So feminines are invested in a future with divine masculine, but they're not rushing it along. They're wanting to take their time. Because above all else, I believe the feminine really values stability, not money, but stability, feeling safe, feeling secure, feeling stable and grounded. And that all starts within. And that's exactly why the feminine is moving very slowly towards the masculine. And again, this could all be happening behind the scenes. Some of you may be watching thinking, I'm not moving anywhere close to my masculine. So again, if this is your story, then comment below. If not, then you ain't hurting my feelings if you click off and have a blessed day in the Lord, okay? So let's talk about how the feminine wants things to turn out. What is the expected or hoped outcome for the feminine? The Six of Imps. So feminine's hoping to be able to celebrate this relationship. Okay, I see this as a coming out party in a sense. A lot of you are hopeful that one day you can be out in them streets with the masculine, hand in hand, you know, having victory over all of the trials and tribulations that you face on your journey. This is also a public recognition card. So if you and your masculine have had some sort of a secret affair or secret relationship, or just in general, just keeping your relationship private for certain reasons, the feminines are hopeful that this can just finally be all out on the table. I feel like the feminine wants things to just be revealed, and they want the win, okay? They want to be able to be public and out and about, out in the open, feeling divinely supported and guided, without worrying about what other people think. Okay, because this is the public eye card. So for some of you, you could have masculines who are in the public eye, who have very important jobs or situations that, like I said, require there to be a little bit of a taboo or a hush-hushness of your relationship, right? So what's the challenge for the feminines? The Ten of Cups. So I think the challenge for a lot of feminines out there is, again, getting to this goal, happiness in our hearts and homes, having reunion, happiness, fulfillment, and a happy ending, right? That is the end game. That is the goal. But coming up as the challenge, like I said, a lot of you could still be in separation with your masculines watching this video and wondering, how the hell are we going to reach this happy ending when this and this or that and that, right? Your situation inserted here. Let's clarify the 10 of Cups. Let's talk more about the challenge. What is challenging about the 10 of Ghosts, please? The 3 of Imps. Yeah, the challenge is that the feminine is, and this is coming up in reverse, the 3 of Wands. The challenge for the feminine, the reason it's the 10 of Cups is because feminine's tired of being patient. She's tired of waiting. And I think a big lesson for the feminines, especially during retrograde, is being patient, waiting for reunion, waiting for the ships to come in, so to speak. So feminines already know the direction they're going. It's the needing to be patient and waiting for things to align that is the challenge. So yeah, I think with the Page of Pumpkins at the bottom of the deck, like I said, one step below the Knight, feminine is very focused on investing in themselves. And this card reminds me of Wednesday Addams. Y'all let me know who else is looking forward to Netflix dropping that Wednesday series. So yeah, this is a self-investment card. This is a student energy, someone who is learning and studying, right? And I think that for a lot of feminines out there, including myself, there has been a lot of trying to study the masculine, but really what it's about, as I said before, is going within, studying yourself, learning about yourself and what you require to feel that stability, to feel that energy of security around you. So some of you feminines out there, like I said, including myself, have sought external validation via your divine masculine for all the wrong reasons in the past. And Spirit is telling you and making you focus and go extremely slow like a snail because they want you to see that the self-investment is more important than anything else. Once you invest in yourself, once you love yourself, once you put yourself and your family first, then things will start to fall into place and reunion won't seem like such a struggle, okay? So let's also just get some clarity. Is there anything else we need to see for the feminines for the month of October? The 4 of Bats, aka Swords. So feminine is being encouraged to just surrender, right? Surrender. Let go of control, release it to God, the universe, okay, to the Lord, whoever it is, whatever it is that you feel is your higher power. Spirit's saying to let it go, okay? Give it up to God. Allow yourself to rest, recharge, rejuvenate, take your time and heal, okay? Healing is completely necessary. Like I said, a lot of you guys have had some checkered pasts with your divine masculine. And instead of focusing on that past and all of the hurt and everything you've been through, Spirit is saying to heal and move past it, okay? And I'm not telling y'all like, oh, get over it. I don't care what happened. Like, that's not it, okay? Obviously, y'all are entitled to feeling your feelings and to processing your grief in any way, shape, or form that's appropriate to you in your journey. But Spirit is asking you to recuperate from the past, to heal from any sort of heartbreak or separation anxiety that you may have, because this whole point of separation is so that not only you can change and evolve, but so can your divine masculine behind the scenes. So remember, when you reconnect with your masculine, it might be hard, but try not to see your person in the same light that you used to see them before, because just like you've grown and changed, so too have they, okay? Anything else we need to see for the divine feminines before I move on to the divine masculine energy? The Hanged Man. Yeah, so, Spirit is urging you to step back and see things from a different point of view, aka your divine masculine. And for some of you, again, that might be very difficult, but that is exactly what the Hanged Man is about. It is Spirit stringing you up by your ankles and shaking you down for all of the lint and the fucking pennies and shit that are in your pocket. They want you to see things from a new perspective. They want you to gain enlightenment over yourself, obviously, but to think about how it might feel to be in your divine masculine's shoes. So, very interesting energy for the divine feminine. Let's go ahead and you know what? I feel like there's more. So I'm going to shuffle one more time. There's something else in here that we need to see. It's the Three of Ghosts in the reverse. Okay, so just remember that even though the energy of reunion is coming up to the surface, Spirit is saying it's okay to take things slow. It is okay to focus on friendship. And even though this card is a card of reuniting and reconciliation, it is also about friendship and trust and celebrating equality and balance and harmony within your partnership. So I think this is a message for some of you feminines out there. Don't feel pressured. Okay, and again, this could also be a challenge when it comes to the Ten of Ghosts. You know, some of you have maybe waited so long for this reunion that by the time it finally happens, you may have changed your mind. Some of you may not want to reconcile with your twin flame in a romantic way. Some of you may just be focused on friendship and again, building that trust, and that is okay. Okay, that is totally okay. So, Three of Ghosts could also be telling you now's the time to connect with your friends and surround yourself with people that you can trust. And for some of you, this could also be telling you not to share any of your journey with friends that maybe you don't know if you can trust, if you know what I'm saying. So, very, very interesting. Let's move on to the Divine Masculine, and bear with me because this new deck is quite slippery. So let's see what we've got. What is going on in the Divine Masculine's headspace for the month of October, please? What do we need to see for the headspace of Divine Masculine? The Devil. I just looked down and saw 1:44 on the clock. So, you know, again, the Devil energy comes up. This is Capricorn. Similar to the Death card, I feel that this energy inside of the Divine Masculine's headspace could be that of obsession, attachment, codependency, and any sort of toxic vibes that they have I'm getting the hiccups, sorry. That they have perpetuated along the journey. Sometimes the Devil, similar to this trick-or-treat card of mischief and play, the Devil can represent sexual attraction as well, lust, okay? And so the Divine Masculine is focused on that right now. And maybe for some of them, like I said, this could be exactly why these ghosts are coming back to haunt. Because for a lot of you out there, your connection could have started out this way, from a place of attachment, sexual connection and energy, and kind of being obsessed or too overly attached to this person in the physical. So it kind of seems like the roles have reversed a little bit for Divine Masculine and Feminine, whereas now Divine Masculine is obsessing over the feminine and dealing with their shadow side in their mind, okay? So let's kind of, oh my goodness, I almost dropped these cards. Let's fix this angle a little bit. Y'all know how I am about my angles. Don't be judging me. So let's talk about their heart space. What's happening inside of their hearts? What are they feeling currently? Oof. So we have the 10 of Pentacles in the reverse. So the masculines are feeling a little bit unstable right now. And when I see the 10 of Pentacles in the reverse, I think to myself, either someone has gotten a divorce, or again, they're not in a very stable family situation at the time. Your masculines could be feeling kind of alone, thinking about building a family, thinking about creating that stability for themselves. But ultimately what I'm feeling is there's some sort of an unstable family situation, or again, there could have been a divorce that happened that kind of left this person alone, okay? So, oh my gosh. And as I say that, we have the Star at the bottom of the deck in the reverse. So, you know, some of these masculines could also be feeling as if as if divine timing is not on their side. Like everything they've been hoping for and wishing for has been dashed. Okay, their hopes and dreams have been dashed. And the stability that they were hoping to build, or maybe the path that they took towards that financial stability, didn't really turn out the way that they expected. Okay, but that doesn't mean that the hope has died. It's just how they're feeling right now, that they're not really getting what they're hoping and wishing for. But again, if the divine masculines are leading from a place of devil energy, if this is what's on their mind, then there still needs to be a getting on the same page between the masculine and feminine, because I truly feel that the feminine is more focused on, like I said, her own stability, her own environment, right? Surrounding themselves with people they can trust and count on. And a big part of this journey is feeling safe with each other. So let's talk about how the masculine is perceiving the feminine at this time. Oh my goodness. You really can't get any more literal than this, guys. We've got the Ace of Wands, which is the penis card, okay? So clearly this phallic symbol on this card is representative of sexual and sensual energy. It is also a card of action, right? And passion and movement. But just like all aces, it's an opportunity to be grasped. Since this card came up in the reverse, the masculine could be perceiving that the feminine is not very turned on right now by them. Or if not that, then it's basically that the feminine is wanting to take things slow and not focus so much on sex, not focus so much on passion and all that other stuff. Because I think really, like I said, the end game for the feminine is this happy ending. And if the feminine feels that the masculine is focusing too much on the physical, then that could kind of be a little bit of a turnoff, right? Because as great as it is to have that chemistry, that passion, that sexual connection, it really doesn't mean that much if everything else isn't falling into place at the same time, right? So very interesting. Let's talk about how the masculine intends to move things forward. And this could also be simply saying that the masculine doesn't have this sort of a sexual connection with anyone else. This could also be them sort of in an emasculated energy, especially if they haven't had sex, or if they're with a partner that, and the ice machine confirms it, and the 7-Eleven on the clock. So for some of you, your person is in a connection with someone, okay, or has been in a connection with someone where there was no chemistry, there was no sex, there was no passion, and it was all just kind of like right? For the duty of the family, or the whatever, right? The going along with the societal expectations of the 10 of Pentacles. So yeah, I think that the masculine right now could have a little bit of a distorted view when it comes to sex. And again, tied to that devil energy, they want to play, they want to have fun, they want to engage and ignite this fire and passion between them and the feminine. But it's almost as if the feminine is more focused on herself right now, himself, whoever, him or her, depending on who you are watching. So what are the masculine's intentions moving forward for the feminine? How do they plan to take action towards the feminine? Please don't let it be something stupid. Wow, so we have the King of Pentacles. As I said, don't let it be something stupid. And I just want to make a mental note that before I did see the King of Pentacles as I was shuffling in the feminine deck. So, obviously, that's what everybody wants, right? Daddy. They want somebody who's going to be stable, secure, a good father, a good partner, someone who is going to take care of them, make them feel safe, make them feel grounded, okay? And also, coming from the masculine, them intending to be in this energy, this is good. This is positive. Okay. So for a lot of you in this month of October, your masculine intends to provide and be that stable individual that you have been hoping and praying for, feminines. Okay. So that is good. That is really good news. Let's ask what Spirit wants us to know about the Divine Masculine and their true desires. What is their hoped outcome for the end game here? Oh my goodness. So, we have the Two of Swords, which is a card of indecision. Some of you, this could be a card of not speaking, no communication. But I see this as more of a card of indecision, not wanting to make the wrong choice or being afraid to make a choice, being afraid to communicate. And I do feel as if this coming up in their truest desires, for a lot of the masculines, this could be them hopeful that the feminine will eventually come out of this energy of indecision. Because again, based on the past, I think a lot of feminines are very wary and being very cautious with how they move forward because they don't want to make any more missteps. They don't want to say yes and they don't want to say no because they don't know yet. And that is the whole purpose of this card. You can see she has 2 equal swords, 1 in each hand. Even there's the balance between her hair. She's got like little pigtails going on here. So it seems to me like the masculine is hopeful for that. This could also be, again, an external situation, not having to do with the feminine. There could be a decision that the masculine has been avoiding making, right? They have been silent or keeping things private to themselves, afraid to communicate based on the past. And this could be them, like I said, very hopeful to finally come to that place where they can decide what to say, how to say it. Let's clarify that card here. Clarify their hopes and their desired outcome. What do we need to see? These cards are so slippery, but I love them. So we have the High Priestess in the reverse. So earlier I said the masculines were struggling to connect with their divine feminine side. That's why we had the Moon. The High Priestess in the reverse is saying that the divine masculine has been ignoring their higher self. Okay, they've been ignoring their intuition. They've already known the answers. They've already known the way, but they are afraid. They're hiding because, a lot of them still doubt that energy within themselves. A lot of them are still learning how to trust their gut, how to listen to the messages that are coming from within them. And obviously the High Priestess is divine feminine energy, raw divine feminine energy, all-knowing and very wise, intuitive. So if they're ignoring that, then like I said, this is their hopes and desires. I think what they want is to connect with the divine feminine, and they're hoping that feminine will reveal their secrets themselves, right? So the Emperor comes out next, y'all. So now we have a daddy card. We have Aries energy and the divine masculine himself, okay? So clearly the masculine desires to finally come out of that place of indecision, of fear, and start taking action based on what they've known all along. That is what the Emperor does. They take action in the physical world. The Empress is a creator, okay? She's intuitive, she's passionate, abundant, all these things. But as you know, divine feminine takes place more on the subconscious level, whereas the masculine is the action taker in the physical world. So as feminine focuses on herself and her journey comes into focus, again, so too does the masculine. So the hopes and desires of the masculine is to come forward in their highest vibration and show and prove through actions that they have known all along exactly what they needed to do. They've just been afraid to do it because of the past, okay? And, speaking of the past, we have this 5 of Cups, my bad. So 5 of Cups talks about depression, sadness, thinking about the past and days gone by, regrets, okay? But as we well know, there is always an opportunity to birth a new love, a new experience. And that is why in this deck, I love that there's really only the 1 cup that's in focus, right? 2 cups have been spilled. 2 cups are upright, alluding to the 2 of Cups union. But what's in focus is the Ace of Cups, the opportunity for a new beginning in love. So even though the masculine has dealt with depression and sadness, same as the feminine, it was never over, right? It's never over. There's always a chance to start anew. There's always a chance to show love, okay? Now we also have the King of Swords. So we have the King of Pentacles, the King of Swords, the Emperor. You know, the masculine is tired of keeping quiet about how they feel, about how they have felt. And yeah, you know, the King of Swords, my bad, is very brutally honest, blunt. This is Gemini, Libra, Aquarius energy. So, you know, you could be connecting with a masculine who has a lot of earth and air placements. And again, this Aries energy from the Emperor, it's all kind of coming together. I think this journey for the masculine is starting to come full circle, where they see now exactly how they need to moving forward. So what is the challenge? What is the challenge for the masculines? The challenge is the Page of Wands. So more than anything, the masculines would love to get things off the ground in a passionate way, right? This is a messenger card, but it requires dedication, right? It requires consistency. I see the Page of Wands as a brainstorming card, someone who has a lot of ideas, but taking those first steps. So the challenge to the masculine, I feel, is taking things very slowly, when realistically they have all of this passion for the feminine as well. So for some of you, you could be receiving a message of passion from your masculine, but, you know, this is only the tip of the iceberg, not to be like, you know, dirty with the play on words or anything. We'll save that for the other reading. But this is just the tip of the iceberg, just the tip for the masculine. So maybe y'all have been playing some games. Maybe you've been talking, conversing, or again, maybe there's a little bit of a sexual energy that's kind of bubbling under the surface between you and your masculine. And they're challenged because they want to come forward full throttle, but they need to be patient, okay? Wheel of Fortune coming up on the bottom of the deck. It's a reminder that this is all destined. Okay, this is a card of destiny, good luck, and fortune. And we saw that black cat card, fortune meets opportunity. So everything that's happening is happening for a reason. Once again, not to beat a dead horse or anything, but the Wheel of Fortune is confirming that. I think the challenge could also be, too, if we're seeing the Wheel of Fortune pop up, that the masculine does feel very lucky and fortunate to have this second chance, third chance, fourth, fifth, sixth, however many chances. But hopefully you know what I'm getting at, right? They feel very fortunate, even though they have to kind of hold back some of that passionate energy. Okay, anything else we need to see for Divine Masculine? All right, hold on one second. I told you these cards were slippery, y'all. So the cards that came out were the Strength card and the Three of Wands. So now we have the same energy coming up for the masculine, okay? This card came up in the upright for them, though. So I feel, too, that the masculines are willing to be patient, willing to wait for the feminine to get on board, so to speak, or to, you know, arrive to that place of trust and safety within themselves, within the connection. And for some of you, I think that the masculines, for those of you who are in like third-party situations or there's external things going on that require much patience, I do feel that the masculines are willing to wait. Like I said, they're willing to wait, and they're going to continue to be strong and show that that they're capable of making things happen. This is a card of willpower and confidence. Okay, so by taking things slowly, I do feel that their confidence will build. I do think that it's also going to give the connection a chance to become stronger. Okay, especially like I said, for some of you, if you started out your connection in that devil energy, right? In that playful or overly sexualized energy, or again, from a place of attachment, then spirit is really showing this masculine that what makes a strong connection is the ability to remain confident and take action. Okay, and you can see here that they're wrestling a snake in this image. So we're talking about the divine masculine making the feminine feel safe, right? And not that the feminines need a protector, but I mean, it'd be fucking nice, right? It'd be nice to feel safe and protected by your person. And I think that that's exactly what this masculine is learning through needing to be patient, right? So learning that lesson in patience is definitely one of the most important things on the journey. And shut the hell up, because the Empress is right there on the bottom of the deck. So now we have the Emperor and the Empress coming out in this reading, which are a true twin flame pair. Okay, so for some of you, this reading could very well be confirmation that union is right around the corner, because as the divine masculines level up and operate in the physical world as the Emperor in their divine energy, so too will the feminine, right? And vice versa. As the feminine grows into her higher self and becomes the energy of the Empress, learning all of the lessons of all four queens, she attracts the masculine back into her environment without any effort at all, okay? It's effortless at this point. But that doesn't mean that there aren't still things that need to be worked through. Underneath the Empress, we have the Five of Pentacles. Oh, and I just saw 50-50 on the clock, which means this reading is getting way too long. But, you know, obviously we saw that earlier, the 10 of Pentacles in the reverse. There could be a little bit of a financial struggle happening for the masculine right now. Or again, feeling like they were left out in the cold by the feminine or by a third party, an external situation, just struggling in general, okay? Feeling maybe dealing with abandonment issues and things like that. And again, that goes towards the past. And for some of you, I know for me, this is true, not all of my trauma and abandonment wounds come from my divine masculine. They come from my family, from my childhood, from, you know, multiple relationships that I've been in, and not just romantic ones, but friendships, okay? And, you know, obviously we store that trauma in our bodies, and it's something that we have to unlearn. And it takes time, it takes patience, and it takes consistency. So hopefully, according to these cards, that is something that the masculine is willing to do, because just like the feminine holds her torch and lights the way for the masculine needs to provide the feminine the space and the air to keep that flame burning. Okay, so let's get some messages from your person and see what they would like to say to you. This could be divine masculine or divine feminine messages. I'm not pulling from two decks this time, and I'll be using eternal messages. So reverse roles, however necessary. What does your person want to say to you? We have, I am always reminded of you. So your person is constantly thinking of you, right? There is always something there to remind me. There's always a memory. There's always a symbol, a sign. This could be a person, or, you know, crossing paths, thinking you see your person, but it's not them. Hearing their name, seeing their birth, all the things. Y'all know the damn things. So what else does this person have to say? And please don't mind my scratchy, raspy voice. I kind of lost my voice this weekend, but I don't want to hide this connection anymore. Okay, the Six of Wands. There's no need to hide this connection anymore. This person wants to be out in the open about this now. And that could be a very significant step for this connection. I do want to make things right with you. Give me that opportunity. And that's all it takes, right? All it takes is that opportunity. And again, for some of you, you might be thinking, how many damn opportunities do I have to give this person? How many chances do I have to give this person? Well, maybe Spirit's telling you to stop keeping count, okay? And just start focusing on what's necessary to rebuild, what's necessary to move forward, okay? And you know, sometimes you need that support, you need that second chance, third, fourth, fifth, whatever, to be able to make those strides and take those steps into the future. Okay. Oh, y'all. Oh, the sexual thoughts that run through my mind. Oh my goodness. So I bet y'all who are in the Spicy Subscriber Society cannot wait for your extended reading. I've looked into tarot readings. So your person wants you to know that they've also been looking for guidance through readings, connecting to messages from spirit, and maybe not necessarily tarot readings, but for some of them, like I said, if they've been ignoring their inner high priestess, they're starting to see now. They're starting to gain perspective and get focused on those messages within. Okay. What else do we need to see from this person? I'm planning to surprise you. So this person wants to surprise you. They want to make you feel special, okay? And then we also have telepathically communicate with me. Some of you could have a very strong telepathic connection with your person, just knowing what they're thinking, knowing what they're feeling, you know, that intense eye contact that you have where you just know what's going on, and you may have the same sort of mind, right? So let's see what else. Let's get a couple more cards from your person. Ooh, I've been having dreams of you. So they've been dreaming of that ass, okay? Some of them have probably been having sex dreams about you. So I hold back because I don't want to be rejected. Yes, a part of that fear that we talked about is big on rejection, right? They know what they did. They know how they treated you, what they said or didn't say. And they know damn well that they probably don't deserve this other chance with you. But at least they know, right? At least they know. And they're holding back because they want to provide you that space, like I said, and they don't want you to not have that attraction to them. They don't want you to turn their back on them. I'm severing ties with the karmic partner. So for those of you, again, who have external situations going on in the background, if this is a third party, if there's, you know, a marriage or anything like that happening, your person is ending that, okay? And again, endings take time. They do not happen overnight. I mean, for some people they do, but for most situations, as I always say, once you walk down the wrong path for so long, it pretty much takes you just as long to backtrack out of there and get to that place of safety again. So some of y'all have people who are really deeply entangled in their situations. And for some of you, the third party could just simply be, like I said, secrets that they've been keeping, family and work situations, okay? So it doesn't necessarily have to be a karmic person. I act happy, but I'm not. So this person's a faker McFakerson, right? As Steve's Love Tarot says. They're fake. They act like everything's fine, like everything's hunky-dory, but deep down they're not satisfied. They're not happy with the way things have gone between the two of you. And I think right now they're just trying to put on a brave face. They're trying to act confident and channel that energy of the Strength card while they're being patient. And oh my gosh, a card flipped over and I didn't realize it. I've been receiving your telepathic messages so they can read your mind. Okay, they know what you're thinking too. It's a mutual energy. Let's see if anything else flipped over. I don't think so. All right, one more shuffle and then I am going to take it over to the extended. Ooh, this whole twin flame stuff sometimes scares me. And you know what? It is kind of scary. Scary accurate. Because, you know, there's millions of people in this world right now who are waking up to the twin flame journey. And it is kind of scary. And the things that you have to go through when you're going through your awakening, when you're going through the dark night of the soul, it is not for the weak. It is not for the faint of heart. Okay, this journey is not for everyone. I know I said one more shuffle, but here's the second one. And I have a lot of gratitude for you. So regardless of your past, your person is so thankful to have met you, to have experienced your energy, to have you in their life. Okay, even if right now the only way that you're in their life is from their memories, from their thoughts, from that telepathic connection, they're so grateful to have you, to know you. And finally, I never meant to hurt you. It wasn't you, it was me. I mean, we know we could have probably We could have probably guessed that, but you get the vibes, hopefully. Okay, this person has lots of regrets. They're being haunted by it right now, and they're doing whatever they can do to be patient, because they are feeling that sexual energy. They are feeling that passion, and it's driving them. They just have to learn how to place that in the right way. Okay, and that is side by side with trust and stability and consistency. Okay, dedication and love, and like that card said, the 10 of Cups, it's all about the home and the heart. And once everything can kind of come to that same place and everyone's on the same page, that is when those steps in the future will be much easier. Okay, so hopefully this reading resonated with somebody out there. And if it did, like I said, please comment below. If not, then we will catch you in the next one. But stay tuned this week, you guys. I've got a lot going on, but I'm going to be coming out with your zodiac readings for Libra season, as well as the full moon in Aries reading. Oh, I have the hiccups. Excuse me. So anyways, I love you guys, and I hope you are doing incredibly well. I hope you're staying safe, and I look forward to talking with you again soon. Bye.